Stupid advertisements. Hello, people. Yeah. I think that's set up right. Yeah, okay. That's all fine. Okay. Hello, people. I still don't know how to get rid of that. Anyway, so I believe this is exported somewhere. Not that that matters that much, but I don't. Either way, I don't have the last version. Somewhere it is. It's probably on my GitHub. Yeah, here it is. Not that I need all of that, but whatever. I just need, oh well. I may as well copy all of it. So, anyway, so I don't know if anybody's watching, but I am planning on working on shortly on what will be Opposition 2. So if you've played Opposition, then you know that it is essentially a game where you have, you know, these two little dudes, and they move in opposite directions. And it's just a puzzle game where you have to solve some puzzles based on that little quirks of their behavior and stuff. So, so what I really want to do is I want to do a game that explores some of the other kind of side possibilities of that. So it's either Opposition 2 or it could be Opposition Part 3, but I figure it would be probably opposition 2, and it'll just say part part 3 at the start of it, and then it'll be essentially part 3 of opposition, and then if there's a 4 or whatever. So let's run, let's start a new game, and let's open up the level editor. So the main thing that I want to do is I want to implement a different mechanic, and probably that means a different player. So I think, because normally the one that moves the way you expect is the red player, so I think you're still going to have the red player. But we're going to have like a green player or something. So let's just add a green player and see what that does. So that's going to be green player. And instead of this, it's going to be green. And of course, it's going to have the green exit. That is green. Right. Okay, so there's that. Layers, yes, would be that, or green layer. Collision layer, player wall, blue player, green player. Exit. And then we're going to have like a rule for the movement. Is going to be different. Instead of doing this, which of course there's the obvious thing that you can do, which is just do this. Which if I did that and rebuild, and then fix this tile map, because the tiles are wrong now because I didn't set up everything right for some reason. And then if I put red and a green in here, you know, that's an obvious thing that can be done that I didn't explore because I thought it was probably not that interesting, which is just to have them move in tandem. But of course, you know, there are things you can do there, like you can do this to separate them and all that. So maybe I should do that. Hello, Miblo. I believe the sound is probably working. I'm not sure, because for some reason when I brought up OBS, all of my scenes were not working properly. So I don't know about that. I have no idea. Yeah. But it should be fine. Let me adjust that. So, I don't really want to do this though, because I think like that's not that interesting. Plus there's a game called Qbot, which I would definitely, probably need to go Qbot. Oh no, here it is. Which I would definitely recommend you check out if you like Opposition. It has some kind of interface issues, I think, that kind of bugged me about it. And it gets really kind of fiddly at times, but okay, well, there we go. I don't know why Steam is that slow. But anyway, Qbot it's similar in some ways to Opposition, only here you have like these boxes and you move the boxes around and you got to get them on the little pads or whatever. You know, so you have to get a red one on the red and a green on the green, and then it's similar. But it's also 3D, which kind of changes the levels because you have different areas that you need to move up to and things like that. But it's an interesting game. So what I really want to do is I want to do to where if I move horizontally with the red player, then the green player moves vertically. So like they're rotated on 90 degrees. Whereas before it's like, if you think of it as a rotation, they're rotated 180 degrees, so they move in the exact opposite directions. This is just going to move 90 degrees rotation. So if I move like left, because it's 90 degrees rotated, it would move down. So that's what I want to do. So I never can remember where stuff is in these documentations. And the internet is being slow, which is great when I don't have a ton of time. So now this says I can go up and down. So let's say when I do this, we move that and then we move up, which would be, I guess, up caret. Where's... Oh, V. Okay. So let's see what that does. Oops. I always want to save, but it doesn't respond on Linux properly to that. And I didn't save my level properly either, so... Okay, so that seems to work right already. Whoa. Actually, that already works. That's already... Whoa, that's doing some weird things, so... Look at that. What is going on? Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. It just totally looks weird. Like, because that blocks and then he moves over. Okay. So yeah, already this is weird. Yes, good. Good. Okay. Of course, if I constrain them like this, and I do a new starting level that's like this. And they start like this, like, then that's a weird thing. Like, immediately you're like, oh, okay, I see how it is. Actually, this should be like this, though. Yeah, that is freaky. Okay, let's see. Yeah, well, you do have that puzzle script weirdness, but I like that puzzle script weirdness in the first one, so I think I'm going to go with it. I just did not at all think that that would be one line to do that. I thought I would have to specify it more. But that's why for some things puzzle script works really well. Okay, so obviously, like, first level, it could be something like this. Yeah. I think that'll work. Yeah, okay. So I need to put exits in here. Yeah, okay, that's how it goes. So then I'll put an exit there, and I'll put an exit here, and then save, which sticks it down here, so I can copy it over. So then that's here. All right, so what's something else I might want to do? Well, if I think of like how I did on the first game, I could do variations on some of those levels. So here I had one that you kind of had to go through a little bit of a a squiggly labyrinth, but it was still independent. So it was like this, I guess. Or probably I'd want to do like this. And then you went like this. And then down here it would be like this. And then you would go like that. There might not be an easy way to make that look right, but let's see what that feels like to play. Okay, so I can't go in there. So I need this to be, God, this is weird. Okay. Yeah, because you can't move over there, so that means that they need to be mirrored from what they are. I wouldn't even be able to do that. So if I do this though, and then stick the green one here, then theoretically that would work. Yeah, okay. I just wanted something that was like, you know, a similar thing, but then also kind of weird because it moves. Because these are just introductory levels, you know, so it's not really trying to be that freaky. I feel like what would work better though is if I expanded this out like this, because just from an aesthetic perspective it would look better for the level if it was like this, because then it would be even. And so that would be like, yeah, so like it'd be like that instead. But yeah, I like that. Okay. So that's our next level. And then we need a third level of some kind. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what that'll be. So let's make like just a big area and like do something weird. Let's like put these right in the middle and see how that works. This is like eminently weirder than, like, look at that. Like, what is happening? Okay. Yeah, I think this works well as like a follow-up just because it's so weird. Okay. Ah, look, you can beat that. That was really hard though. Okay. Yeah, so this is interesting. Okay, so I need to add the excuse me, wind condition. So hold on now. me go back to where I was with it solved. Is there something about like hold on. Oh, like yeah, it's like that or whatever. So let's try shrinking this down to where it's like this or something. And see. How that works. I don't know exactly, but we'll see. Okay, so that's not as hard as I thought. This is going to make some weird levels. This is going to be a little harder to design too, though, just because I'm going to have to spend more time figuring it out. It seems like it's not as eminently hard as I thought, though. Because, like, even if you're like this and you just go, that's pretty easy. I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and save that because I kind of like it, even though I'm not sure whether it's a very good level, all things considered. My allergies are killing me. Okay, what would be some other weird things? No, that wasn't really that hard. Now, on the other hand, trying to get them from that to the opposite is a little hard. Doing that is not hard, but doing that. This is... Okay. So it ends up being in this situation that green goes first. Let's see. Where's if I do... Huh. It's really weird. Okay, what if I did like this? Seems like that's impossible due to the movement order. Like, there's no way that red can get back down here before green does to block. red. So that may be not going to work on that. Let's see here. I can do that one. That may work fine as an introductory level, just doing this. I don't know though. Is there a way I can... Because red, what? Okay, so red depends on... Yeah, so red can do that. Huh. But green can't because of the order, I guess. Or maybe... Let's see. Because red can go on that side, and then, no matter what, red's on this side. So that's strange. Whereas if I do this, and then I go like this, then red ends up on that side. Trying to think. Some of these seem like they might be more challenging than others. Yeah, that's good. The only thing that's, yeah, that's good. I think that's probably better than that other one was anyway. Let's see. I just bought Her Story on iPhone. I don't really mind bad acting, so. But we'll see. Okay, so let's try something else. Just not sure what. What if I wanted to do this? Is that hard? That is not happening. But let's see if I can do something. Now come on. You can do it. No. This is so weird. Okay. Oh. Get them like that, but I don't know if I can get them the other way. Which is what would be more interesting.
Yes. See, they were like a year or two ago. But I really didn't want to make one right after high school. Some class would be an hour to do all that stuff I did. But no, I'm still, even to this day, the race versions we had at the White Hall.
So that is interesting. There's actually a case where they can't move at all. So if they're like that, then they're just like deadlocked, like they won't move at all. So that's interesting. Okay, never mind. I'm just being dumb. They're deadlocked because they're both moving against a wall when I do that. So I don't think I can do it that way, but I might be able to do it if I could do that. Because then I could go like this. Perhaps. Probably not. My brain. It makes me wonder though. You know, about like how they look, whether it's a bad thing that they look so similar, because then when they start doing weird things like that, maybe that makes it harder to tell what happened. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the fact that it's tile based and I can't get around that. That looks weird no matter what. You know, it's like, okay, red moved to the right and green moved up. But it looks like green turned red and a new guy teleported over there, or red teleported and turned green. Like, it's weird. It's weird how that's what it looks like. Yeah, so you really do have to kind of think about it. If there's a way to do this one though, I just don't think there is. Nope, come on. So close, look at that, so close. The problem is I can't move red back left without moving green down. And because this is 3 and that's 3, I can't really do it. Whereas easily, probably, if I went over here and I had 4, I could probably do it. Yep. With 3, I couldn't. So let's try if I take this here and do this, see what that comes out like. And then stick them both over here. That doesn't... If I was going to do that, then I may as well do this. Now this is interesting. If I put them in one of these, then that's like highway to the danger zone right there. Like, what is going on? Because they like move in a snake pattern, I guess. So you could do probably like, maybe, probably not, but maybe do this and then have them you just can't do that one though. Just because of the angle of the thing. Like if it was, I'm sure if I made it vertical, you could, but you can't. Which means that, like, in this case, there's like a bias towards horizontal things. So like if I made a vertical one down here and then said that, I could probably do that. But not this. Okay, so I can do yeah, I can do that, but not the other one now. Like red can't be on the outside now. Okay. Let's see. People are hi. People are saying hi.
Yeah, maybe you should build it home. Yeah.
I didn't tell you what's up. Oh, well, you left. Well, fine. Goodbye. I'm glad everybody wants to spoil her story in the chat for me. Thank you. So I don't think there's anything I can do here other than if these are at different like sizes, then maybe. But it doesn't seem like that even matters that much. What matters more is the depth of this versus the that's not really that great, but we won't throw it away. We'll keep it for now. And say that you have to figure it out. So get them into a bit of some kind of uniform position. So that's not my favorite but you know, we'll kind of put that in there for now. Let's try out some other things. Let me look at what I had for the other game and see what levels. Well, I did have one that was like a variation on this, didn't I? So I probably should do that. Where instead of this, I had this. I assume this would behave the same way, probably, though. Where I think it was like this, actually. Where no, that's a little weird, isn't it? So it's more like, hold on. It's more like yeah, it was more like, I guess, like that. I guess you would do. Well, no, you would leave this here, and then you would put this up here. I don't love that either, but it's gonna get stuck over here anyway in the list. That's kind of part of it, is just making a bunch of different random things. Like, you know, versus something like, what if I have just this? Okay, so there's not really anything I can do here because the shape of the rooms is symmetrical across 90 degrees. Which means that as long as they maintain symmetry, then they're the same. So I'd have to break symmetry somehow for them to be different. So it'd have to be like that. So let's like try that. So that works, obviously, but then that's not that interesting. Because then I'm already on the pad. Shoot. Versus if I do something like this, what does that do? They're still symmetrical along this axis. So that doesn't really help because the problem is on the other axis. So shoot. Okay. So let's try something completely different here. Which is like, what if we did actually stick them in side-by-side rooms that were this way? Then what does that do? that corner, I can make it to that corner, I can make it to that corner, and can make it to that corner. So I would need I just don't think I can do that because I'm always moving away from that corner. Now I could maybe get to the bottom left like this. Yeah, I can do that. If I started like this. Well, that's easy as crap. So let's start like this. Yeah, because then I need to do like, there we go. So that's not too hard, but it's borderline interesting. Anyway, so I guess as you can see, as far as like the design process goes for this stuff, it's pretty much like, let's just try a bunch of weird random stuff and see what sticks. Yeah, that's what I think of when you say that too. Is I think of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which is a terrible movie. I'm trying to think. Okay, so that's easy enough. Means that like that's probably easy enough too.
Well, I don't see why not to do both. They don't really. Yeah, well, twice if it works. Something else will work. Yeah, it's only twice. It's only it's on Sunday, so it's not like
Okay.
honestly, when you told me about space, I already felt uncomfortable. Good. I figure it's what you today. I'm here to serve. Well, I we went to the trip. I just I've always been a Spencer fan here. But for this, I was thinking, because I'm not a numbers guy either. I don't know what I'm things matter, the numbers. Don't get me wrong, all those things are part of the equation, and all those things you can look at for some type of evaluation.
So that kind of works. Kind of works. You know, because like obviously I could go ahead and jump to where I have like more of these and do like this and then be like, figure it out, figure it out, come on, you can do it. But I don't necessarily want to jump to that first. I wanted to try to do some more that were less people. Oh boy, this is nutso. This is nutso. I don't know what's going on. I bet this is possible, but good lord. This is insanity. Yeah, I don't want to jump to that yet. I think probably some version of that is probably doable, but that's a little bit much. I'm just struggling to find anything that feels really unique to this compared to when they were rotated 180 degrees. Like, I would find I would think there would be more uniqueness. But thus far, it's kind of like the same thing, just rotated 90 degrees, which maybe is interesting. I guess if you internalize it that way, it's interesting, because you probably wouldn't normally, but still, it's kind of like, I hoped for so much more. Oh, maybe this is weird. Is there a way to like get him here and the other guy there? Oh. Close, but not quite. Like I can get there and there. The up is always going to push me away from there. So I think, I don't know. I think that's probably cool. I don't think this is possible. I think it's not. Because up is always going to take me that way, so. What's interesting there is trying to swap their places, so maybe it's not that important that they have something else going on here that's that weird. Because just doing that, it's like you have to. Yeah, you have to do some weird things. let's try that. Let's try that. At that point, I have to go to work, so unfortunately, I kind of have to cut it off short. But you know, we got a little bit done. We built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 levels. Maybe a few of which are actually good. So that's pretty good. Shoot, I forgot. I was going to do this through a recording as well, and put it on the YouTubes, but I guess I'll just have to export it from Twitch, because I wanted to like document working on this game so that would like go alongside the game. So for people who wanted to watch, like, what does it look like to design a puzzle game, that maybe you could see that. I don't know if I explained enough stuff in this first video, but you know, I only had an hour. I didn't have that much time, so I did a little bit of glossing over perhaps both how PuzzleScript works and kind of what the original game was. Although, of course, you can always play Opposition, which will probably have a link in the video description when I put it up on YouTube. But I would like to thank everybody for watching. Hopefully you will join me when I continue working on this, which hopefully won't be too long from now. So again, thanks to everyone, and I will see you all later. You gotta let it sit for a little while, otherwise it might